Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking to you about podcasts and recommending some that you should be listening to right now. So let's get into the nitty-gritty a little bit. What is a podcast? A podcast is basically a radio production but accessed through your computer and through the internet. So you use a service provider such as iTunes to download the file and it gives you a venue from which to listen to it. The first theme I'm going to be talking about is current events. Now, these are for podcasts for people who, if you like the news, you want to stay engaged, or if you want a nuanced look at what's happening in the world around you. I recommend NPR's Topics. They do a variety of different topically themed podcasts that take a bunch of different news stories and arrange them around a theme. So they have ones for the economy, technology, pop culture, and the environment. I also recommend Power and Politics. It is a television show that airs on CBC but is available as an audio podcast. And if you have an hour and a half free or you want to feel productive on the way to school, it's a really great way of looking at the world and being informed, and you get to quote people. And they have all sorts of interesting people go on, like ministers and stuff like that. So it's super legit. I also recommend Day 6 as a sort of feature-length analysis piece. They generally cover fewer topics but more in depth and always have really interesting angles on them. I quite like it, and I think Brent Branbury is a great interviewer, so I highly recommend that. Carly asked if I could recommend some pop culture podcasts. Here are three of my favorites. One of them, the first one, On the Media, is more of an analytical and critical look at the media and what they represent, and I wanted to include it because I think that kind of critical analysis is really important, and it shows one of the great things about podcasts, which is that you can get kind of an alternative look at the news, which is great in a very mass media-dominated society. Okay, preaching over, I'll get to the good stuff. My absolute favorite pop culture podcast is called Pop Culture Happy Hour. It is an NPR podcast, and it is literally just four critics that work for NPR sitting around the table and talking about their favorite things and what they like and what they hate, and they're all very intelligent people, and I really enjoy their discussions. Finally, I had to include this one, obviously, and that is CBC's Q with Jian Ghomeshi. Personally, I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with Jian. I think he's a very good interviewer, and the show has excellent writers, but I just am really sick of them rhyming everything in the opening essay, and it's really upsetting, and just please stop rhyming things with Q. It's really old. Okay, rant over. Okay, those are my recommendations for great podcasts. If you have any recommendations or think I missed something really important, or if you've discovered something new, please let me know. I always like discovering new podcasts. And if you hate some of the things I recommended, do that as well. I just like to hear from you guys. All right, have a wonderful week and good luck with your finals.